Now, just as a matter of curiosity and just to check to see how accurate what I've done is, if this is the same size around it as this, when I put that checkering pattern, it should be the same size between that gap. It should be. That's within a heavy 1/16 of the same size. I can live with that. Now I'm going to do a little marking on here real light. I've got to find a center line down this stalk, and so I'm going to make a little, actually I'm going to just use a little piece of tape. I'm going to use that center line for more than just putting this pattern on. I've got to put my checkering, my master lines in. My master lines need something of a straight line to start with. All those curved lines make it kind of hard to tell what's in the center of what. It looks like it needs to slide toward me maybe about a 1/2 millionth of an inch. There's my pattern. Just draw that. Cut it out. It's 22 lines per inch, which is not uncommon, but the proportion of this thing is unbelievable. It's really square. I mean, it's not a square, but it's not very. It's about a 2 to 1. Best I can tell, that's about it. That is a 49 degree angle. That's this side and this side. So I got to split that in half. So if it was 50, it'd be 25 degrees. Yeah, just a teeny bit less than 25. Just about a half a ooch less than 25. The ooch is a very small measurement, and a half a ooch is really tiny. So I can mark on this, if I can hold it still. It's kind of a flimsy template, but it'll get me where I need to be. I don't know if you can see that little scratch mark I put on there, but I'm going to cut that, and that's 25 degree. With a score, I should be able to break that. I know it's hard to see on this video, but that's a template that I can use for 25 degrees. These are pieces of wood of the same, the cutoffs that I had on that same forearm, and I've sanded them to the same degree that I've sanded the stock. And the reason is I've got to tint this stain. I've got to create it. This gun is probably made in the 50s, and it's very, very amber, very yellow. And modern walnut is just a whole lot redder, more. It's just a redder wood than this. And so I've got to age this and make it look this color. So I've got several pieces of sample stain wood to do that. And you have to sand it the same amount, otherwise the stain takes differently. And I highlight that with a Sharpie on the edges. I can tell more where the line is because I can't see it. it's been kind of an ordeal trying to get this color matched. I haven't run the serial numbers on this shotgun, but I'm going to say it's from the 50s or 60s, maybe late 50s. And the finish that they used basically was a varnish finish back then. And this stuff has yellowed with age, very gracefully, very beautifully, but it is yellow. It's oil-based varnish turns kind of amber with a lot of age. And so to strip this and refinish it more in a modern look would take away from the value, so that's really not an option. The problem is walnut is red. It's a red wood. It looks reddish compared to this. I've got the type of wood right, I've got the figure in the wood right, but trying to match the finish has been a real problem. It's been about 2 weeks since I made the last recording. It took me about 2.5 days to make this, to fit it, make it, lay out the checkering. 2.5 days. I've worked for about 2 weeks off and on. I have to wait for the paint store to open, and they're not open 24 hours a day. And the guys at the local paint shop are ready to cut me out of their will. They really are, because I keep bugging them with this thing, and they said, you can't stain something and make it lighter than what it is to start with.